Good morning. I can't believe it's already recording. Like, I was going to press it and go, good morning, it's time to get changed. But it's already recording. Like, you had like 14 seconds of just that lot. Bit weird. But anyway, yeah, good morning. Welcome back to Sadie's Spincraft. In today's video, we are doing, let me just grab it. I'm back. The breed study. Right, there's one left in here. I do need to buy some more because there is a lot more to go through. But, alas, I need to wait for some pennies and save some pennies up. So, let's go for the last one in the box. What is it? It is Shropshire. Right. So before we do anything, I'm going to close that box up. I'm going to pop that over there. Crisp. I wouldn't say it was soft. It's definitely a... Ooh, no, it's not next to skin soft. So I wouldn't use this up against my neck or anything. Be good for socks. Or maybe an over jumper. No, because then it'd itch my arms. Maybe a hat and socks. Other people might like it next to the skin. I'm not a... No, that'd irritate me. But we're still going to figure it out. I can still touch it. I'm going to attempt to spin it. We do need a little bit though to work with. So we'll take that. I'll break that in half. And I'm going to, well, it's not quite half, is it? But it's all right. I do like the smell though. Sheep. And we're going to put half of this in a jar with a little bit of berry crush from Dharma Acid Dyes. And I will be using something slightly different. We're using citric acid because I've run out of vinegar. Yes, I went on a mad dye session. I forgot to press record. I'll show you another day. So I'm going to get that ready. So I need hot water. I need to dissolve some citric acid. Add the dye. Add the fibre. And then I'm going to get dressed. So next time you see me, I'm actually going to look human. And we'll go to the fibre source book, which is my fibre Bible. Although it did let me down with Ida. Quite shocked. But we found what we needed on the internet. I'm surprised I called it the internet. I usually call it the interweb. So we're all good there. I've got right words. Right, yeah. I'm going to get my jar, my hot water, and we're going to get half of this in. I'm back. I'm dressed. And I've got hot water and citric acid. So I'm going to set you up top on here so you can see what's going on over here, and we'll get on this all. We'll get on it. We'll get on it. Right. So let me just shift out of it. Wait a sec. And that. What we need to do is just put a bit of this berry crush in. Don't want a lot. If you're doing a lot of dyeing, please wear mask for breathing, goggles or glasses for the powder in your eyes, and gloves. Do not copy me. Please think of your health. That should be enough. I'm just going to allow that to swish in because I haven't got my spoon right now. leave that to do what it's got to do. And then, which one do I put the, yeah, I'm going to put the one with more. So this bit that's got the majority of the fibre is just going to go in there. Ooh, it doesn't soak up very quick. Something I noticed with the Dorset is it did soak up the water and dye really quick. Right, I need something to prod this. Excuse using a Tunisian crochet hook. It's all good in the hood. Right, so I'm going to leave that there until it runs clear. Runs clear. I know what I'm saying. Sort of. But yeah, until it's nice and clear. I'm just going to... Yeah, it seems quite mixed. It's going to be two-tonal, I do believe, because it's a lot darker. I don't know if I can show you. It's a lot darker down here than it is up here. So I've got a feeling we're going to have two tones, but it's all good in the hood, like I said. Right, I'm going to pop that somewhere to do what it's got to do. And we're going to get down to some business. Why did I hit that on my jeans? Right. So first of all, I need a pencil. There we go. And see the breed study bit. Right. Is it Shropshire? Let's make sure we're spelling it right. Just because I live in UK don't mean I can spell. White Shropshire. I'd have written it like that, but you know. It's number 5. What is today's date? The 16th of the 5th. 24. Shropshire. Weight, we're just going to go with 20 gram, even though I think it's less than that, but we're all good. 10 gram natural. 10 gram crush berry. Purchased from World of Wool. And we'll write the rest of that in when we know what's happening. So, shift that. Let's look for Shropshire. Oh look, it's there, it's part of the Down family. 78. I've got a feeling we're going to have to go further back, but we'll see. Oh no, it could just stay here. Ooh, we've got a nice short page. Right, let's go for this. Let's have a gander. By the looks of this, I think I'm going to prefer the fleece to mill prepared. Because like I said, I've said before, mill prepared top takes out a lot of the best stuff out of wool in my eyes. So, yeah. Shropshire is a Downs county in south-western England on the border with Wales. South Down and perhaps Leicester and Cotswold rams were introduced to the native sheep to improve their productivity. By 1853, numbers. The Shropshire was recognisable as a breed and began finding favour with shepherds throughout England. It was first imported to North America through Virginia in 1855 and quickly found great success beyond its point of introduction, becoming the most common breed in North America by 1930. Though not quite as common today as they once were, Shropshires are still quite popular. Shropshire ewes commonly have twins and triplets, and they are long-lived, often producing lambs into their teens. Well, That means that's good mutton, even though I don't eat sheep or lamb. I think it's gross, but we'll go down that another day. Right, so the Shropshire facts. The fleece weight is between 4.5 and 10 pounds, which is 2 to 4.5 kilograms. For the ewes, up to 14 pounds, 6.4 grams for the rams. Yield is usually 50 to 75% once you've got rid of all the muck, the lanolin and whatever else. Staple lengths from about 2.5 inch to about 4 inch, which is 6.5 to about 10 centimetres. The diameter variably from 24.5, so I could spin that, to 33. I think this is more on the, I'd say 28 side, 28, 29. Most probably 26 to 29 microns. I didn't even read on. So yeah, that I'd say more 29, the one I've got. Spinning counts 54 to 58. I don't have a clue what that means, and I really don't want to find out. Anyway, lock characteristics. Dense, resilient, medium grade fleece with blocky rectangular staples that hold together and may be hard to distinguish from each other. That's fair enough. Natural colours is white. There may be a few black fibres because down breeds have coloured faces, but any off-colour fibres lower the commercial value of the wool. Coloured strains may exist or emerge. Using Shropshire fibre. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. All of the down breeds have similar usage guidelines. The individual fleece or yarn you are evaluating will be somewhere within this breed's range, and its individual qualities will guide your decision about how to use it best. Dyeing. These wools dye nicely. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Fibre preparation and spinning tips. These are nice wools that can be handled in a variety of ways. When working with shorter fleeces, it is best to card, but longer fleeces can be flicked or combed. I'd be carding it anyway because I'd want it put through my drum carder. Spin with moderate twist to maintain loft and elasticity. Well, if you did that in long draw from either a bat or a rolag, you get to be able to maintain that lofty twist anyway. Knitting, crocheting and weaving. Excellent yarn for hats, mittens, socks and casual sweaters. The finer fleeces are soft enough to be worn next to the skin, but durable enough for everyday wear. Right, that's kind of what I figured just by touching it. Best known for, like all down wools, being unnecessarily overlooked as a fibre resource for hand spinners. So it says here, shorter and crisper than the sample opposite, but prepared the same way for the same reasons. So over here, functional shearing on meat emphasises breeds, often results in many second cuts. Right, yeah, I get that. Preparation with mini combs removed them. Right, okay, that's fair enough. So that's the information we've got on this cutie pie here, the Shropshire Down. Now it's time to spin what fibre we've got. So we'll start spinning this. We'll see what staple length is actually. Let's fold it over. Try again. So yeah, it's a tiny staple. I'm not going to bother putting it into a rolag or anything, although I should do, but I can't be bothered. So we're going to still do a woolen draw, but from the top, because it is a short staple, even though it doesn't look it right now, but it is. So yeah, we'll be back shortly. Well, a second for you, but shortly for me. Got the white one. We're going to do it on Lance because I started spinning something on Apprentice, not thinking that I was doing this today, and I can't be bothered swapping bobbins, so this so-called doing it on the same spinning wheel and doing it same prep and this and I lied. I'm sorry. So I'm going to get you set up so that I can do this and get it spun for you. I just need to find, do you know, people need to stop moving my stuff. Bless them. They think they're doing something nice by tidying my table, but I actually know where everything is. Found it. This ADHD brain knows where everything is. Just because it's a pile don't mean I don't know where it is. You move my pile around, I'm going to have to make a mess for looking for stuff. Right, anyway. It's not you lot, is it? No. It's the husband and the daughter. Yes. So anyway, let's get you set up here. Shift this long hair out of the way. Doesn't need to be that up. Right. I am doing supported long draw. I'm not very good with normal long draw. That's got too much uptake. Do you know? I really don't like how this Ashford is set up. I don't like this bit because this catches it all the time and pulls it off. I don't like these on the Ashford because you can't get to end of your bobbin. I don't like the way the wheel spins. It's too heavy. I don't like the Ashford Kiwi too. I am seriously thinking about getting rid. So, just to let you all know. I don't like the Ashford. I'd rather have another Kromsky because they're just a lot easier. Can you hear that catching? That's what I have to put up with this stupid wheel, and it's got a clunk. And I've heard it on other people's Kiwis. They all seem to have a clunk on one at treadles. Don't matter what you do, how you put it apart. I mean, take it apart, put it back together. It doesn't sort it out. Anyway, enough about bitching about the Kiwi and the Ashford. This is not an even spin, by the way. It's going to be a slightly thick and thin, but hopefully we won't notice by the time we ply it back on itself. So yeah, I don't like my Ashford. I am thinking about getting rid of it. So if anyone wants to make me an offer, I paid $250 for it, so $250 or near offer, I'll take. That's in the UK though, because I'm not shipping it out to America or any other country. I do apologise because it's damned expensive to ship. But if you're anywhere near me in the UK, you can either pick up or drop off. I'm in Lancashire. I will say it's making my fingers a bit itchy. So this is why I end up using Superfines, because I end up getting real itchy fingers with certain fibres. And the Shropshire seems to be one that's making my fingers itch. But we'll persevere with it, because it seems quite a nice fibre, but we'll see, won't we? Yeah, to me, you shouldn't have to do a workout when you're going to spin. It should be nice, calm and relaxed. But I cannot be calm and relaxed on this wheel. It's just something about it, I really don't like it. I think there's too much, it's too heavy, there's no need for such weight. I don't know if it's how it's put together or what, but I do prefer my Kromsky, as you can tell with me spinning on it all the time. It's just me. I've got preferences, and right now I don't like the Ashford because it doesn't fit my preferences and for the way I spin. This is more for chunky yarns than Superfine, and like I say, I don't like the eyelets, hooks, whatever you want to call them. I'm not doing proper long draw because I'm struggling. There we go. No. Each time I pull away, it's getting right fine. Probably means it wants to spin fine. I don't want to come back. I'm blaming the wheel, not the fibre right now. So I'm just gonna change my spinning method while I'm on this wheel. I really don't like it. I hate it. In fact, it's becoming a bit of a hate-hate relationship right now. Yeah, so if anyone in the UK that watches me wants to buy this Ashford Kiwi 2, contact me and we'll work from there. Because I don't like it, I want rid of it. And then whatever I get for it, I can put towards the EEW 6.1 or 6.0, I'm not sure which one it is, but yeah. We will be doing the turkey hand method, maybe. No, I'm going to put it in a, what is it, ball? Centre pull ball. Can't be bothered having this on my hands. My hands are really itchy right now. So yeah, for me, it's setting off my itchiness, which means I'm going to end up with dermatitis at some point. I usually get it across here. And it's usually certain fibres and muck, certain mucks, like oils and work crap that sets it off. Right, we need, where is it? It's I'm just going to use my little one to get it out. Oh, we need to take off. Right, so I will sit over in the other chair across while I'm doing this. I'm just oh, that's what you get for not looking. So I'm going to put those two ends together, and just for about 5 minutes I'm going to leave it on here so that it's not all twisty twist. So we'll come back to that in just a sec. So the hair's up, the fiber's about to go drying. Look at the blues. This is why I love Berry Crush, because it breaks. Mainly got a lot of pink, but we've got bits of blue in there as well. So this is going on the radiator to dry. And while that dries, I dry my hands on my pants, because why not? It's normal. Do you like my new laces? How cool are those? Anyway, off the laces. We're not gonna dish yet because I've got pink fluff all over me. I'm gonna get you set up and we're gonna apply this. So yeah. Right. So I want that. And we want that in there. And we want a bit of tension, and we want to go opposite way. So I spun it clockwise. I'm plying it anti-clockwise. It's a very not sadie yarn, but I've got an idea so we can show off all these breed studies that we've done. I've just got to wait for something to come through post, and then we'll do that together so that we can show off our study. So it's just a normal 2-ply. Well, it isn't a normal 2-ply, is it? Because it's plied back on itself, but it is a 2-ply like the rest of them. I'll be back when it's time to spin the crushed berry. It's dry. I like putting on radiator when it's a little bit, because I only have to wait an hour or so for it to dry. So I'm going to get lance side and we're going to spin. So let me just get you set up so you can see what's going on. Sorry, I just kick you, you know, these things happen. So we're going to go in through that. Through that. We're not going to do it like that. And through there. and I'm just going to spin straight from top, and it will be a long draw if I can. Such a pretty color. I will say, since it's been dyed and washed, it's got a bit more grab to it. So I'd say if you were going to use Shropshire, I wouldn't spin it from the top. I'd do that with most fibres, actually break them up, especially if they come from the mill, because they will be compacted and it's actually quite hard to spin. So if you were to break it down into smaller chunks, or even just put it on your hand carders, you'd be able to open it up and it'd spin absolutely fantastic. So that is what I'm going to try next time. We are going to dye up and spin the rest of the fibre that is left on from the breed studies. We'll do that together. So if I'm dyeing the Dorset horn or the eider or whatever, and then spinning it, you will come along for the ride, simply because it'll still be part of the breed study in a way, because I will dye it and I will put it through the drum carder, and I may even add, say, a bit of silk or a bit of plant fibre, depending on what we've done already. Yes, I've definitely got a lot more fibre in this half than I did on the white, so this is going to be a bit more than the natural. So because it's going to take a bit longer, I am going to fast forward you. So definitely add more of the pink, because I got about 9 yards from the natural. I will say it's nicer to spin once it's been dyed and washed. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's softer like that. That is really horrible, natural. I couldn't have it next to my skin, whereas it's not too bad, but I still wouldn't have it next to skin. And anyway, I got about 20 yards, so I really didn't half them properly. But we have 2 pretty yarns. I do like that one, how it goes through the different colours. So, yeah. And it's definitely longer, and that is because that's natural, and that's been dyed, and due to it getting wet, it will shrink. But look at the stretch in that. There is even in the natural, there is quite a bit of stretch. And then, look, I just love it. Anyway, is it something I'd buy again? Probably not. But for people who aren't as fussy as me, I'd say it were a good fibre. Excuse me. I would say it were a good fibre. You could probably get away with jumpers and scarves and hats if you don't mind a little bit of itch. I do mind a little bit of itch, or scratch, or whatever you want to call it, crisp, crunch, whatever. Yeah, we find all these crunchy words. But that's the only way I can explain it. I have written down in my book, and I've wrote, Milltop is quite itchy on my fingers, staple length about 2 inch, spun woolen in long draw, sort of. Dyed is nicer to spin than undyed. I'll just put natural. I'll rub that bit out. This is why I use pencil, because I change stuff. Spin nicer than natural. Still quite itchy. There we go. Wants to spin thick and thin. I can't even spell once. I put want. Want. Why am I adding H's in want? There's no H. It's a bit like Stewie with Cool Whip. Pronouncing the H. Cool Whip. I love it. Bit of Family Guy for you there. What were I putting? Wants to spin thick and thin. Thick and thin. Yeah. Right. We've gotten his info written down in his fibre stash book, but we're keeping it as a study book rather than a stash book. So, number 5, we've got 4 yarns out of 5, which is good going really, because, well, you saw how fussy I was with that grey Suffolk. I touched it, I was like, no, it's not happening. But that wasn't too bad. Out of the 4 I've spun, let's see which one I think I prefer most. So on the Dorset horn I have put, it's quite a slippery fibre, even in the rolag form. And I wanted to revisit it with the leftovers, hence why we're going to do a dye and spin. And I put a maybe, so I obviously didn't really love it, because I have put a no. I'm not going to buy this one again. The second one, Southdown, I loved it. And that got a yes straight away. First feel, nice and soft. Really like this breed. I didn't really write a lot about that, other than I like this breed. Dyed spin's nicer than natural, so it seems to be a thing. So if it maybe if you were to soak the fibre, then dry it, not necessarily dye it, but it might make it nicer to spin because it's all open and the crimp's back in and it's not forced to stay in a straight line. So yeah, maybe that's what it all is. Natural top. Maybe fleece might spin better. It might. We're going to try it, because oh no, it's Suffolk. It's Suffolk I've got somewhere. There's a farmer up yonder that has Suffolk. I phoned him, messaged him, and he says it's going to be around about end of May, beginning of June when he starts shearing. So I'll be giving him a ring then. I'll let you know whether I like Suffolk fleece. We did not like grey Suffolk because it's not even a breed. So I don't even know why they've added it. But Ida, yes. So it's a toss up between Southdown and Ida. I'm not sure between the both, so we're going to have to do a comparison on those. I may save it until we've got a few more, but I may not. If we do a comparison on the first 5, we know we don't like the grey Suffolk, so that one's out of window. We know we're not right keen on Shropshire, so that's out of window. We know we're not too keen on Dorset, so that's out of window. So I need to do a test between the Ida and the Southdown to see out of those two which I'd prefer to buy again. So that's a lot of talking, a lot of babble about nothing probably, but you know, these things need doing. I'm impressed with my little self because I've got all this done in the morning, which means I can now edit and upload for today, which means, fingers crossed, I can get a spin and story time up tomorrow. So chapter 7 will be done and uploaded this weekend some point. We have our Shropshire done. So that's the break. We're having a break on breed studies until I can afford to get some more. So I've got enough to put in my box and we can do a little, ooh, what's it gonna be? We're out looking. Because why not? Bit of a mystery. We love a bit of a mystery, don't we? Sorry. My hair's just feeling really nice right now. And it's so long. It's unreal. But yeah, anyway. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more random weird uploads. And no matter where you are in the world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night time, I want you to do what you love doing. Love and hugs to all you fantastic people out there. I'll definitely see you all again soon. Bye, my beautifuls. Mwah.